Hey guys, it's Kimberlee and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on all things lifestyle on a budget, and here is another vlog. I like doing these random vlogs because it's just like a capsule of a bunch of things that I'm doing in the city. One of the most important things for me to do in the summer, my favorite season, is to go to the beach or go to the pool. I grew up 20 minutes from the beach. I should also say that there's going to be a lot of construction. If you didn't know, in my last couple videos, I've frequently mentioned how there's a lot of construction going on at my place because there's scaffolding and all that stuff. I grew up about 20 minutes from the beach, and I also had a pool in my backyard. Everybody in their life should have that at one moment because it's literally the best thing in the world. So I consider myself a water baby. Like, I feel like I always need to be by the water or in the water or near it. My favorite memories, like growing up, would be like we'd go to camp all day, and in camp, like, you know, you go to the pool, you have your lessons, but then I would come home and the best thing to do was to go in the pool and just like relax for a couple hours before dinner or something. That was like my favorite thing to do. Now that I live in the city, unfortunately I do not live in a building that has rooftop access or a pool. Don't have it. I'm really sad about the rooftop access, but it's fine because everything else about this place I absolutely love. I decided to do a massive search on Google to find where the pools are. So I went online, and New York City Parks has a website where they show you what the pools are in the area. On this particular day, it was like 1,000,001 degrees, and I really was like, I need to go to a pool. I need to feel water. Now I had a couple hours, kind of like a little bit of a lunch break in between, and I was like, let me find a pool. I want those classy, fierce, nice pools with the rooftop, roof deck, all that good stuff that are at the hotels or at the day parties, all of that, but that costs like a lot of money. I saw as low as $50 and I saw as high as like $100-something. We're not going to do that for a couple hours. I decided to go the public pool route. Makes me think of Hey Arnold. That was one of the best shows ever. There are public pools all around the city. Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, ew, public pools like in a pandemic. Like, what are you, crazy? But listen, like, it was midday and I figured maybe people won't really be out even though it's super hot. I found one that was on 23rd Street called Astor Levy, and I was like, let me just check it out. This is all I'm carrying. I don't need anything else. Yay, next stop, the pool. Okay, so I'm back, and that was such a success. You can't like have cameras or anything, so I have like zero really good footage. It looks like a pool. If you don't like kids, I would definitely not recommend it. It was great. It was like everything I wanted. I went right before they closed at 3 because they, I guess, do like an hour of cleaning and then they reopen at 4. I felt like the pool wasn't packed the time that I went. There was space and I had areas that I could go to, and I felt like I had a surrounding spot that was just me. But you know, outside of here, there's groups of kids over here and there's kids over here and there's adults over there. So it's definitely what it is, a public pool. I think they had like a little kiddie pool in the back area too. I didn't bother going over there, but they looked like they were much tinier. I just set up my towel on the ground on the side and no one like stepped on it or whatever, because most people are either in the pool or they're laying by their stuff. There were only a couple chairs and everyone had the chairs already that was gonna like stay there. Locker room area was fine. Just remember to bring your own lock. That was basically it. I would totally go back. I went by myself just because I only had like 2 hours, but I could go with some friends and you just, you know, be at a pool. It was cute. I definitely recommend it if you're just like, I need some water relief. And there's lifeguards on duty. Yes, there were kids like splashing nearby, but I don't know, it just doesn't bother me. I definitely felt like I went at a good point where people were most likely leaving for lunch anyway, and I just stayed until I think it was like 3 o'clock was where the cutoff was, where they would close it down for a little bit to clean it. I'm gonna be checking out another pool that is paid coming up, so definitely stick around for that and we'll see how that experience goes. Under the guise of like, I don't want to spend money and I just want some water, go do that. If you're like, I want a whole experience or ambiance, or you know, then you know, pay the money and go elsewhere or try to look into some hotels. The only thing is that because of the pandemic, when I was searching places, a lot of them are just like still closed down, or they're only doing it for hotel guests. So definitely do your research on that. So anyway, that was my pool journey, and let's continue on to the next thing. Just wanted to show one of my all-time favorite meals, classics, my Savory Oats. So there's beans, avocado, mushrooms, spinach, and salsa on top of oats. So this is a super hearty meal that I just wanted to share because I love doing it. It looks kind of crazy, but It is delicious and really filling. I thought I'd show you guys what my compost looks like once it's full. Full transparency, these are the worst bags ever, as you can tell, because they broke. Okay, so I actually have a lot of compost this trip. This is the most recent one. I had to put in another bag because it was leaking. And then under here is a bunch of scraps of vegetables and things that ended up expiring before I got a chance to use it. I'm always like slightly disappointed because I hate wasting food, but at least now I can turn it into something I can grow. I try to go as fast as I can to get down to Union Square so that it doesn't start, you know, melting or smelling while I'm on the train. So this is a hefty amount of stuff, but let's go do it. I really like that I can buy the soil here, so it feels like it's going full circle. I compost myself, it eventually becomes the soil, and then I can use that for my plants. Here are my picks for this month's Rent the Runway. I loved this skirt. It was a little bit big. I didn't end up actually wearing it, but I love the versatility of it. And oh my God, I love this dress so much. I haven't gotten a chance to wear it out yet, but I did wear it for like a little shoot, and I'm saving it for the next month because I need to wear it. Obsessed with this romper. I did wear it out. It was so comfortable. Also, it was really hot that day and I did not have sweat stains, which was major. And I liked the little detail on the side too. This I wore for the day after my friend's wedding. We went to the beach and it was really nice. It's a little bit loose, so kind of was falling down a little bit, but it also can stay up by just putting the shoulders up a little bit. But overall, I really did like it. So grateful for an opportunity to perform, and oh my gosh, I was so happy with my makeup. I ended up having to take out my clear liners for the performance because it just kept getting stuck and it was so hard to wash off, but it was all right. It was a really fun time. Today's week 2, so we're changing our liners. Oh my gosh, I wonder how tight they'll be, so I'm excited to put these on. Okay, so here are the new ones. Because I'm that person, I almost want to see if there's a difference. I'm sure there is a difference. I can't see like right in this little second, but maybe I can notice more with this top one. Feels like 2 weeks flew by, whereas the first 4 days I was like, this is taking forever. And I am gonna keep it. I just want to see like what it looks like. So just washing them up. And I'll put it in the bag that the first set came from. I can notice that this one's much more clear, so that's kind of cool. So I guess they did get a little cloudy. All right, here we go. Oh, it's tighter. It fits nice though. It's definitely tighter. Oh my God, I look so gross right now. I have no makeup on, but okay, I'm feeling some pulls from the front. Over the bracket feels fine, but it definitely feels like we're working up here and like maybe it's like gonna push me down a bit. This is so cool to me. Oh, I have the lisp again, like really intensely. I wonder why. Like I thought I got used to this one, but I think I'm gonna have a lisp for the first couple days of every time I change a tray, just because I feel it kind of coming back again. Science of this is fascinating, that like every couple weeks there'll be, you know, a new way to kind of pull it in. I was watching a short documentary on Invisalign that was on YouTube, and like kind of how like the business of it, how it came to be, and really is like a cool idea. Okay, so those are my new liners. I'm excited. I like it. Let's feel the work, feel it going. My experience changing my aligners, what's been happening this time around is not so fun. Like I mentioned, the pulling is more so in the front. My teeth, when I eat, it's just not as enjoyable. It feels like I'm eating with a bunch of loose teeth. It's just kind of uncomfortable and you're just like, you know, chewing kind of awkwardly. Something that I noticed within like the first week with the first aligners and I was really scared about, I thought a filling was coming out because I suddenly felt it. You know, when you're at the dentist and they're like, okay, tap, 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 grind, grind, grind. You don't feel anything? Okay, good, go. And at the time I didn't, but suddenly within that first tray and whatever the alignment was, I would feel that filling, and I still feel it now, but it's like my teeth have now shifted to a different form and I don't feel it as intense. The whole like brushing my teeth in public restrooms makes me like want to vomit. I have yet to have to experience doing it in a multi-stall bathroom, which I'm gonna jinx myself because I'm probably gonna go to work today and it's gonna be a multi-stall or something like that. The thought of like putting water from like the sink of a public bathroom in my mouth just like like it just makes me like sick to my stomach. I think it's because the way that I grew up, like we didn't drink from the sink, the faucet. We had one of those filters in your refrigerator, so that's where I got my water. So the whole like tap water thing, like I know I go to restaurants and like that cup that comes out is totally from the sink, which again, because I don't see it like happening, it doesn't freak me out. I'm bypassing all the whole like New York has the cleanest water, all that stuff. It's just like a mind thing. I don't go to the sink to get water. I go to the sink to get water to put on the stove and boil it, but I don't just like, oh, you want a drink? Like let me go to the faucet and like, no, I don't. It just, I did it and I didn't enjoy it, but that's another thing that I have to kind of get used to with brushing my teeth on the go is using that faucet water. Wow, look at the replacement flower. Oh my God, it looks so beautiful. I hope that I can keep it living. This looks much different than the other one, as you guys, if you guys remember from the other video, like the other one had already brown leaves. And let me show you what that ended up rounding out at. So this is what it looks like. So I have some, you know, yellow edges and all that. And like I was mentioning, every time whenever I go to fill it, it's like it's already filled to the top. So it's almost as if it's like not drinking the water. Isn't that crazy? So I hope that this new one really does the trick, but I want to maybe try to repot this. I just believe in it. I feel like, you know, I can make it work. But we'll see. So this is that easy plant right here. So it's been a couple weeks since I filmed the first day of getting it, or actually no, it's probably been like a week. So here's what it looks like. So it's doing well. Some of these have opened up, which is really nice. I'm just very hesitant because I want it to last. I took apart the other one and repotted it. I don't think anything magical is gonna happen with the repotting, but I just wanted to see what the repotting process was like. I wanted to show you guys what the inside of the easy plant looks like. It's such a shame because I want to use this pot for something, and maybe I'll just plant regular stuff in it, but not use the little water thing because it really does not work. Okay, so I dug into this because I was curious and I took out most of the soil, and as you can see, this is the string that's supposed to be connected to the watering system, and so that's how it starts soaking up the water. I dug out all the soil and I touched this. The string was dry, and so that's how I knew that there was something wrong with this plant. This is such a cute pot, and I want to try to repurpose it into something else. Maybe I'll plant something in here, but just not use the water part because it's not like it's connected anyway. So that was pretty much my random vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.